It's a play called When a Kitten Comes for a Cougar. The production hopes to spark a serious conversation about several important topics that the Baton Rouge community could actually learn from, encouraging people to know their status. Dr. Joyce Turner Keller is the founder of the nonprofit Aspirations, and she's actually putting on this free play for the community this weekend.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning, Dr. Keller.
Thank you for having me.
You are a global advocate for HIV, so of course this is one of the topics that you all are going to be discussing. But first, just tell us a little bit about the topics that you all will be talking about in this play.
We'll be talking about ageism. We will be talking about discrimination. When we talk about ageism, we're talking about younger women having an issue with cougars like me, let's put it right. Women like me. And we're going to be talking about the need to be safe, women have not been encouraged to use PrEP. We're going to talk about the necessity of PrEP being used totally in our communities. Because initially, when we were talking about PrEP, it was marketed to a different population. And because of the stigma around HIV and why the cases are going up instead of going down, and the stigma around the topic, people are getting comfortable with the fact that we have meds now. You can take one pill a day and you don't have to worry about it, or you can take a shot every 2 months or every 6 months or whatever. And people have gotten comfortable, and they don't understand that HIV ain't gone.
You're right.
So since we have, this is National HIV Testing Month, which will be on June 27th. But I wanted to highlight the need to get tested. So we're doing the play in advance on Father's Day.
Yes.
And the reason we're doing it on Father's Day is because it is so critical that we have this conversation in the open. And what I love about the play is the fact that we've been able, well, Aspiration has been able to engage the public. We're bringing in ministers that are showing up. They're taking the message from where we are to the public. And I took my message, being in the ministry, from the pulpit to the public. Now I'm taking it from the public back to the pulpit. And we're having ministers to actually have these discussions. And what's so powerful about this play, we talk about how comfortable it is for people to see an older man with a younger woman, and they just smile, and it makes them feel good. It's okay. But I want to erase the stigma of what it's like when a younger man is interested in an older woman.
So is that how you came up with the title?
That's how we came up.
A kitten comes for a cougar.
Yes.
Okay.
A kitten had a nerve to come for this cougar.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
And you put her in her place?
Oh, I did, but I did it with grace.
With grace.
With grace. And see, that's another thing this play is going to show, where you don't have to be indignant to handle your business.
Class and grace is what you
Class and grace. That's the only way to do it, you know. And when she said to me, she said, "Oh my goodness, I'm 40 years old, and you in your 70s." I said, "Well, honey, I know that." I mean, you know. And she says, "Well, I don't know what he wants with you." I said, "Of course you didn't. Unless you gay, you wouldn't understand." But needless to say, what was so hard about it, she says, "Well, you know, I'm with child." I said, "Okay."
And that didn't faze you at all?
Oh, no.
So when, as you said, the play is this Sunday, and it's going to be at the main library on Goodwood in Baton Rouge.
Yes.
Now, what time is it going to be?
We're going to start at 3.
Okay.
We're going to start at 3, and the play doesn't really go that long. But after the play, we're hoping to start a conversation where we can sit and talk about ageism, HIV, you know, misinformation of HIV. Because just because I'm living with HIV and my partner is negative, if he goes outside the relationship, doesn't mean that he has to disclose to you that I'm living with HIV if he's negative. And that's the misinformation where people think, well, I'm going to have him arrested. Well, you know, just because he didn't tell me about you and he didn't tell you about me, I don't know why you mad.
You know? I'm sure this is going to be a very good play, Dr. Keller.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be informational. And it's important that we have these discussions.
That is, because it's a conversation that sometimes some people are afraid to talk about, especially when it comes
uncomfortable
to HIV
with it.
and, you know, and knowing your status, which is, of course, the message that you want to try to get out.
And we want people to get tested, because you cannot look at someone and see what their status is.
That is so correct.
And then all too often, we don't have the conversation. We want to talk after we get out of the bed, but not before we get in. Sometimes it's too late.